Friends, let's talk Music Pro 26. Well, first and foremost, one of the reasons I'm excited about this is because it's happening at the Musicians Institute. Now, I'm not the kind of person that has a bucket list. I don't have a list anywhere. It's not like I'm always thinking about when I'm going to croak and what I'm going to do before I croak. But I would say that if there was anything for someone like me to put on their bucket list, it would be going to Musicians Institute. I've never been. I think I had considered going there when I was just getting started in guitar. In fact, I was considering different places like Boston, Berkeley, obviously. And ended up not going to school. I kind of put myself through the intense guitar training portion of my life by myself. That's kind of what ended up happening. And I think it worked out okay. You know, my guitar skills are okay. But I'm excited to be going to Hollywood. I'm excited to be going to the Musicians Institute. I think that's pretty neat. Opening keynote, I just found out about this today from the event organizer, is going to be Steve Vai, guitar legend Steve Vai, the man who worked with Frank Zappa. His guitar skills are out of this world, but more than that, I would say, his compositional skills. You can't really even fully appreciate them unless you've been playing music for a while. When you're first getting started in music, it's like, that doesn't sound very cool. That doesn't sound interesting. And then as you continue to grow as a musician yourself, you're like, holy cow, this is what composition's about. So that's Steve Vai. I don't know what he's going to share, but it ought to be pretty cool, right? Mike Fink of DistroKid is going to be there. Be honest. If you're a musician listening to this, watching this right now, you are someone who uses DistroKid. That's how ubiquitous it has become. It's not my main digital distributor. I have my own reasons for using what I use. I have, however, experimented, and I enjoy the process of experimenting with different distributors just to get a sense, an inside view. I'm not just comparing and reviewing based on price when I'm reviewing distribution companies. I'm actually going in there and buying their services and distributing music and checking it out for myself. That's how I make a comparison of the various distribution sites that are out there. I don't know about those other reviewers, if they're putting their money where their mouth is, but I sure am. Anyway, I do think DistroKid is pretty cool. And they're the ones who kind of brought in this whole model of you pay an annual fee for unlimited distribution, which, let's face it, that's pretty cool. I am interested and excited to see what Mike has to say about distribution in the modern era. Paul Reed Smith is going to be there. You guys don't know, and maybe you do know, or maybe you were, like me, really paying attention to the music videos of like the late 90s and early 2000s. Those Paul Reed Smith guitars found their way into the hands of so many players. Santana, Mark Tremonti of Creed, Wes Borland of Limp Bizkit. Believe me, the list goes on and on. If you go looking for music videos, I think even Linkin Park. At the end of the day, guitarists like what they like. So, and I happen to think, like, I don't own a PRS. You should probably send me one though, Paul. Like, I'm happy to make content for you and spread the word. I'm sure your guitars are okay. A lot of guitarists decided they were pretty darn good. I once heard them called finely tuned Les Paul. I don't know about that. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but you got to send me one so I can check it out and know for myself. Also worth mentioning, although I'm actually not sure if it's worth mentioning, a lot of guitarists who used to play PRS guitars now seem to play other guitars. But like I said at the beginning, guitarists are just guitarists, right? I happen to own about 3 electrics. Yes, I own 3 electric guitars, and each of them are a different brand. I don't know how that happened. I've traded gear, I've sold gear, I've bought gear, and this is what I have in my inventory right now. Anyway, no need to go further into that. And I'll give you one more reason I'm excited about Music Pro 26, and that's gotta be, and I've already mentioned it a bunch of times, you maybe heard me say it, might be ringing in your ear by now, would be David Paich of Toto. Now, I love Toto. I love the band. The band is made up of legendary session players. They're all fantastic. They're all amazing. So there's another session that I'm very much looking forward to. And I do have, before you go, I do have a surprise for you. So I've been told, like I said, I talked to the organizer today. I've been told that if you would like to attend Music Pro 26, but you can't afford admission, or that's just not in your budget right now, I have been given permission to give you a badge to attend the event for free. I can't cover your airfare. I can't cover your travel expenses or lodging or food. I've got my own to pay. But if you'd like to come down to Hollywood and hang out for a few days and just be in my presence, kidding a bit. But if you just like to come down and enjoy and have a good time and see what's happening at this crazy little music conference, I have been authorized to give away some badges. So what you got to do is you got to leave a comment letting me know that you are interested, and I've got to collect a bit of personal information. I'm sorry. I know. Such a drag. I got to send this info over to the organizers, though, or else you're not going to get a badge. But please, please do let me know. Leave a comment letting me know if you're interested, and let's get that badge set up for you. So thanks for watching. That's all I have to share today. This video is primarily going out across social networks. I think we might post it to YouTube, but wherever you happen to be watching it, I still appreciate like, comment, subscribe, and or follow, or whatever it is you do on the platforms. Share this out, right? Really appreciate it, and talk to you again soon. Hey, so I've been invited to conduct a live interview and maybe even multiple interviews at Music Pro 26 in Hollywood. This 3-day independent music conference and workshop is going to be held at the Musicians Institute from March 27th to 29th. So, what's this about? Well, bottom line, I wanted to invite you to attend. I mean, there are a bevy of great sounding sessions. BMI and Paul Reed Smith are going to be there, not to mention Toto's David Paich, which I'm quite excited about. I was recently told I've got a David Paich energy about me. I have no idea what that means, but oddly enough, I have been working on my piano skills recently. Anyway, if you're in California, or even if you're at a distance and you're like, this is my kind of event, general admission for Music Pro 26 is $299 and student admission is $100. This is sure to be a highlight of the year, and I'd be excited to meet you, talk with you, maybe even feature you in my Facebook group, Spark Infinity. So what have you got to lose? I'll see you at Music Pro 26.